What's up, you guys? Sean Ross Sapp, Fightful.com, here with the name you know. And man, have you got to know him a little bit more over the last couple of weeks? The new Impact World Champion, Eric Young. How you doing?
I'm doing well. It's what's the old saying is it's good to be king.
Yeah, and quite, I want to say an ascent, but a re-ascent, if that is a word, to the top of Impact. I mean, you've been there under the TNA banner atop the mountain. How did this win compare for you? Because there are a whole lot of variables that are different compared to last time.
Yeah, tons of variables. I mean, it's a completely different company, top to bottom. But for me, this is it's very vindicating. I think is the word. I mean, that's what it feels like to me. And it feels right. It's everything happens for a reason. I've got the word fate tattooed on the underside of my right arm. It's because it's something that I believe in deeply, and I was always meant to be in this position. That's what I believe.
Well, you're in this position after a match with Eddie Edwards, and I mean, a month and a half ago, I don't know how many people would have seen this coming. Did you see it coming a month and a half ago?
Me, yeah, that's me included. You know, it's a crazy time to be alive. I mean, it's just for everybody. As we're living a very weird time in history and in the world, in the United States, in North America. Like it's a very very weird time. And I think if you would have told me, a month or two ago, I would have said, yeah, probably not. But I can say it's Scott D'Amore was one of the first people to call me when I was released, kind of apologizing weirdly and saying he can't believe that I'm in this position, but he's excited because he wants me to come to Impact, and the talks kind of blossomed from there. And I was in a very interesting position where I've been very smart in my career. I've done very well for myself. I don't need to be working right now. I mean, I could have taken time off. I could have, waited things out and stuff. I choose to be at Impact. I think it's the right choice for me. It was definitely the right choice at the time. And every week I feel that choice is being vindicated. Slammiversary, the Impact had positioned themselves with a ton of buzz, and buzz is great, creating a buzz, and that's a skill set on its own. But once the buzz is set, you've got to be able to deliver too. And I feel the Impact roster did that top to bottom. And every week it does feel like there's this groundswell, like it's building and building and building. And man, as far as a performer goes and being in a position like that it's just going to be more and more opportunities, more and more business, more and more chances to prove that we are a legitimate alternative. And it's that as a performer, nothing excites me more than that.
And that was a period of wrestling that around Slammiversary in the weeks prior. I mean, AEW had like Fyter Fest and Fight for the Fallen, and NXT did Great American Bash, and WWE has like one or two pay-per-views a month. But Slammiversary got the most buzz of anything. Did some of their best social numbers, and that's after multiple rebrandings and 18 years of some network switches and things like that. What do you think that says about the company with a lot of the people they brought in, yourself included?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's vindicating for them too. I feel like this is something that a lot of them have known for a long time, that this is a very special locker room. This is a very special company. And it starts at the top with Anthem Sports and Ed Norholm and Frank Pankey, Scott D'Amore, the writing team, the production team. Like, it all starts with those people. I mean, if they're not putting us in a position to succeed, it doesn't matter how good of wrestlers we are or how good of matches we have. None of that matters if people aren't watching. So all the people, above us and people that are in charge and people that do promotion for the company and stuff like that, none of what we do, it matters without that being done properly. And, and I've said this in other interviews, is like, there's a long list of people that should be thanked, and I'm not including me or the Good Brothers or Heath or EC3. Like, look, like we came into the company when it was kind of healthy. This company almost didn't exist. Guys like Eddie Edwards, Tessa Blanchard, Sammy Callahan, the Lucha Bros. Like, I mean, the list, these are people that work in other companies, but I owe them, and wrestling fans owe them, and Impact owes them a great deal of gratitude because they kept this place going and they put it into a position where they could bring people in and they could create this buzz and back themselves into a corner saying Slammiversary is going to be something special and you damn well better watch. And people did. And they were happy that they tuned in and watched. Like that's, dude, like I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it. Like that's the ultimate. The ultimate.
We've seen you do everything within this company, from shopping for condoms with Jeremy Borash to winning the world championship multiple times. You're told, hey, you're in this spot, main event, world championship match. How does that make you feel inside after what you have experienced throughout your career?
Just absolute bliss. I mean, like I've said it before, is if you are in wrestling and you don't want to be the world champion or the guy that the company that you're in leans on, then you're a liar or you're in wrestling for the wrong reason. You know, like that to me, that being the flag bearer and, you know, the person, you know, a huge amount of responsibility falls on your shoulders. I take it very serious, man. I mean, very serious. I did before, and I definitely do now. And we're in a position right now at Impact, you know, all the people, all the guys on the roster, all the people on the staff, where we're making forward steps, you know, and we don't want to do the wrong thing. We don't want to make a misstep. We don't want to go backwards. We want to go forward. And being part of something like that is the lifeblood. It's, I mean, for me, I love being the underdog. I love being the person that's counted out or the person that you know, maybe isn't the first choice. But I think when people came to Slammiversary, like you said, the budget was huge. The numbers were you know, the biggest that Impact's had in 5-10 years. It's proof that what we're doing is working. You know, like, it's not saying we're not going to have a couple backward steps here and there, because that's just the nature of wrestling and the nature of television. But I can assure you that everybody here is striving to make this the best pro wrestling show on TV week in and week out. And pro wrestling is art. It's subjective, and what some people like, other people may not. But I feel there's a flavor for you on this show at some point during the 2 hours. There's something that you're going to enjoy. And we're making Impact on Access for pro wrestling fans. You know, that's our number one goal. We're not trying to make it so, you know, housewives watch it or people that don't like wrestling tune in week to week because there's some silly game show. We're doing it with the pro wrestling fan in mind, because that's who's watching Impact. That's who we want to support this product.
As we wrap up, reminder, guys, check out Impact Wrestling on Access every Tuesday, 8 p.m.